Are you too nervous to approach a girl? You see a girl you like? You want to stroll on over and say, hey? You want to talk a good game and get her feeling happy? You want to make such a good impression on her that she'll look forward to seeing you again? So she'll not only remember you, but be genuinely happy when you call her? This is the dream of all single straight men that aren't dead. To talk to a pretty girl and make the magic happen. However, for most men, this is the most terrifying thing they will ever consider. Even giving a speech in public is easier than approaching a pretty girl. Why? Giving a speech is easy, even though it can be scary as hell. But unless you are at the most ruthless open mic night in the world, when you give a speech, people generally just sit and listen. It is a one-way flow of information. But when you approach a pretty girl and you say something, she says something back. And then you need to say something back. And thinking of something interesting to say when a pretty girl is staring you dead in the eye is a cajillion times more difficult than giving a speech that you've practiced in front of your mirror 100 times. So what's the answer? Stay celibate? Well, that is an option. But what about another option? What about slowly and deliberately building up the confidence so that approaching and talking to pretty girls is easy and natural? Is this even possible? Why, yes, it is, but not today. Talking to pretty girls is a skill, and skills require practice. The good thing is that this is practice very much like sports practice. And in the realm of sports, there is practice time, and then there is game time. And the more you practice, the better you get during game time. And for us, we will define game time as when you see a pretty girl and you want to start a conversation that will hopefully lead to a romantic relationship. And we'll define practice time as all the other situations when you are practicing so that you can do better during game time. Practice number 1. Small talk. Make small talk whenever you can. Yes, it is boring. Yes, most people are boring. Just keep your eyes on the prize. Every night at the end of the day, write down the details of any conversation you had that day. Write down a few things you could have done that would have made the conversation even better. This is a critical mistake people make, even serial approachers. Some people approach thousands of girls but never really learn anything. Why? Because doing the same thing over and over and over without any objective evaluation of your performance won't teach you anything. So when you review your daily small talk experiences, think of things that you could have done that would have made the conversation more enjoyable for the other person. Anything that might have made them laugh more or participate more in the conversation. Anything that might have made them open up their body language more. Anything that you could have done or said that you couldn't think of in the moment. This is a very powerful exercise. Even if the most you can do right now is to barely make eye contact and barely mutter, "Hey, what's up, man?" That's perfect. Start wherever you are and go from there. Go as slowly as you can. This is the secret to building any skill. To go so slowly that it's comfortable and you never feel like you have to push yourself. Do this exercise long enough until it feels natural and easy and comfortable starting small talk conversations with random people. Practice 2. Do small favors for people. This seems kind of weird, but it has a pretty cool effect over time. One of the reasons you are too shy to approach pretty girls is you are afraid of potential negative consequences, rejection, embarrassment, negative social attention, etc. But one way to counter this is to do nice things for people. Hold open doors or look for any opportunities to do small favors for people. Most people will appreciate this. And when they show their appreciation, they will smile. And this will be a growing body of evidence of proof in your mind that people out in the world genuinely value you and genuinely appreciate you. Do this long enough and you'll start to notice a real impact on your self-confidence and your self-esteem. And when you're ready, you can start level Practice 3. Give compliments to strangers. This is the same, but you're essentially creating the good deed out of thin air. Notice them. Notice something you genuinely appreciate about them, and then tell them. Do this with as few words as possible, and do this within as few seconds as possible. Hang around just long enough to see the appreciation start to grow on their face, and then bail. Hi, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to tell you that I really like your shoes. And then bail. Practice 4. Give compliments to pretty girls. If you take your time through these exercises, this next one will seem like a natural next step. The same as before, but just give compliments to attractive ladies. Be really creative with the compliments that you give. Start off with simple things like clothing or accessories or their haircut. Then get more and more complex, like how they interact with strangers or something. Like if you're behind a cutie at Starbucks and you like the way she handled an issue with the staff, tell her, hey, I don't mean to bother you, but I just wanted to tell you I really like the way you handled that back there. It gives me hope for humanity. As soon as you deliver the compliment, as soon as you see the recognition grow on her face, bail. Practice 5. Starting conversations. By this time, you will have had plenty of experience, so this next step will seem easy. Use the compliment opener if you need to, just to get the conversation started. You can even use this as a standard. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm not trying to hit on you or anything, but I just think you're very, very interesting for some reason. And then just roll into the conversation. If you take your time doing these exercises, if you go slowly enough, eventually you'll be able to easily and naturally and comfortably start conversations with pretty girls. Some you'll click with, some you won't click with, but you'll have a superpower that most men will only ever dream of. And that means that in the eyes of most ladies, your simple ability to approach and start conversations with pretty girls will put you head and shoulders above all the other dudes out there. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. To learn more, please visit mindpersuasion.com.